Hi everyone, it's me Carol from Practical Mystic. Thanks for joining me. This video is going to be on the number 7 and the mysticism, the symbology of number 7, as well as the esoteric properties and the magical symbols. Right from the beginning, the number 7 is really shrouded in an enormous amount of mystery. It is known to be the most sacred of all numbers, and there is 3 reasons why for that, because it has to do with the mystery of creation, the mystery of gestation, and then of course lastly the number of perfection. Now where does that all lead us to? Well, basically, the number 7 is governing all rites and ceremonies of the magical nature. And when we come to the mysteries and religion, it is considered a holy number. We know how many times it was repeated in the Christian Bible, and there's where you get that completion or the indicating of a completed soul. So the 7, if we look at it from a esoteric standpoint, has to do with man, his evolution, his understanding, and further knowing that the 7 has to do with the 7 basic original planets. We have what is considered the first symbol, known as the heptagram. And on the heptagram, we basically have 7 points. Let's talk about some of the corresponding energies of the number 7 on a regular basis. Not only of the 7 planets, but the 7 days of the week. We also have the 7 colors of the rainbow. We have the 7 energy centers known as chakras in our bodies. We know that the 7 planets also have to do with the nervous system, organs, parts of the body. The mystery of 7 has to do with the 7 hells, the 7 heavens. We know that the 7 planets also correlate to the 7 archangels, and also that there are 7 metals that the alchemist uses in order for him to do his work. So the mystical number 7 is traditionally linked with very specifically one planet, and that planet is Venus. Venus is the reason that we have procreation. It is the planet of harmony. It is the planet of love. It is the planet of all unions, of nature. It is said to be a planet that has to do with sensuality and pleasures, sociability. And there is basically our stepping stone to the base symbol of the heptagram. Now from here, we're going to go into the, let's say, developmental stages of the body. We know that we have on our head 7 openings, 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, and 1 mouth. And that basically continues into the whole the physiology of the body. The symbols start relating that even a little more. This symbol is called containment. And you can see the original heptagon here in the outline. And what we have in the symbol containment, again, going back to representing Venus, is the importance of having a relationship with nature, a relationship with yourself, seeking harmony, understanding feelings, not only yours, but the feelings of others, and being sensitive to the needs, being sensitive to nature, the animals, and everything that is created here on the earth plane. Now, to start taking it one step further, we also know that the number 7 not only has the corresponding planet, Venus, but is now more associated with the planet Neptune. Neptune is a higher octave of Venus. Neptune is the second of the 3, what is called transpersonal planets, which leads me into understanding now how this symbol evolves. The transpersonal planets have to do with a higher aware of consciousness, having to do with the collective, where the original 7 planets had to do with the individuality, his personality. When we add Neptune, which I will go into a little deeper later, these symbols now are taken on. The containment symbol also has 2 more additional symbols, one being called the Obtuse Heptagram. So we go from the heptagon now to the heptagram. Here you can see that symbol, this symbol that I have outlined here in black. Now the obtuse heptagram really has to do with, let's say, the dormant, more feminine, receptive aspects of man and his harmony with nature. It is more self-aware, self-discovering, self-searching. Yes, there are others, and certainly this does indicate the 7 planets and their structure and their energies, forces, and power, giving it a understanding for the significant other and being sensitive to it. The third symbol is what is considered the acute heptagram, and you can see it here in the containment heptagram. Now, the acute heptagram is the most mystical, which I will get into here shortly. But what the acute heptagram really indicates is more of, you can see the energy lines connecting, intermingling. It is more masculine. It is more forceful. It definitely has rigid 7 points, where here we had the 7 points outlined, and certainly here in the obtuse, but these are very specific, organized, and directed powers of forces and energy. Since we have an energy flow, this one is progressing. It is more masculine. It is more forceful energy. It has stronger feelings of Venus. It has stronger desires. It has stronger expressions. It has stronger sexuality. So since the obtuse already had an awareness for others' feelings, here the acute is more heightened and so sensitive that it is also called the symbol of the empath and the healer. Now we're going to go into the acute heptagram with more of a magical symbol, which is this one, the last one. Now here we take in the 7-pointed star, and what I have added, of course, are the forces, the energy of the 7 planets, as well as the 7 days of the week. So we start out with the sun, number 1, the moon, number 2, and then we go to Mars, number 3, 4, Mercury, 5, Jupiter, 6, Venus, and then basically down 7. And you can see how this is repeated and touching all these vital forces, also remembering that both of the original heptagram is also formed in the center of the 7-pointed star. Now this 7-pointed star is also known as the witch's star. It's also known as the astrologer's star. How are we going to get to higher consciousness? If we look at the 7 planets, we know we also have the 7 chakras. The 7 chakras are those energy vortexes. They are all connected to the spinal column, and we know that at the base of the spinal column is a coiled serpent, and esoterically it is called the Kundalini. And those of us who would like to activate it know that there is going to definitely be a change in consciousness. This is having to do with the higher mind, higher thinking, higher connection, more unity. And where we bring in the planet Neptune is that astrologically Neptune has to do with the spinal column. So I'm going to wrap it up there, and hopefully you got something out of this. I don't want to keep it too long, but this is known as the witch's star, the astrologer's star, and in it you can see the 7 original planets, the 7 days of the week, all having to do with timing, the body, how our bodies every 7 years change the cellular makeup, how every 7 years psychologically we have a change in consciousness as we grow and mature. Have any questions? Please feel free to contact me. We'll talk again, everyone. Take care for now.